Hello everyone and welcome back to Overwatch. In this video I'm not really going to talk about characters or do any sort of guide. This is just going to be a loose commentary based on a game or a couple games I had last night. So I'm going to talk about one or a couple topics maybe, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But the main theme of this video or this chat is playing on tilt, which has been a very common occurrence for me recently with Overwatch. It's been kind of difficult to play at times, so there's so many things wrong with the game. I mean, it's very don't get me wrong, the game is a lot of fun when it's, you know, played right or played in that way. But there's also a horrendous amount of things wrong with the game that just cause me to play on tilt all the time, and or not all the time, but yeah, more frequently than I would have with other games like Battlefield or H1Z1, things like that I've played recently. Like, you don't get it in XCOM because, you know, it's a single player game, but there's a lot of bullshit that goes on in this game, seriously, and it's never going to be fixed. So when Battlefield 1 does come out, my channel will probably primarily focus on that until the end of the year, when I will reevaluate my channel and what I'm doing. I'm thinking about going through a rebranding. This bit with Reinhardt just pissed me off. That is just frustrating, but yeah, anyways, carrying on. I'm considering rebranding, so I'll go about this in a separate video, but I think one of the reasons maybe is that I've never really liked the name Insane Acorn or iAcorn, which is why I changed it to iAcorn actually, because I thought it was shorter and I just didn't like the name after a while. I mean, when I started I didn't really care, but now I just wish that Microsoft would have picked a better name for me, because yeah, it was annoying. But anyways, I'm going to talk about this game for a little while. So this is King's Row, I believe. Yeah, it's King's Row, and we are trying to push the objective. And I started off playing Winston because I thought I could just be a distraction, hop over the choke point, at which point, lots of points, people would just focus on me and my team could get through the choke, and that just wasn't working. It was actually a horrendous play. Winston did not work against the lineup they had. There were times when, like, I was genuinely trying my best and it just wasn't working, and there was lots of bullshit, especially with the Hanzo going on. I got to a point in the game which I've cut out because it was in one of the death sequences, which I've just gotten rid of for the first half of the game, because it was that much amount of time was spent being genuinely pissed off at this game and just the players, and sometimes, you know, the general bullshittery that was going on. Like, yes, it was me being the main cause of it, but, you know, there's also just, it's kind of like, what the fuck. Yeah, anyways, carrying on. I done something I wasn't proud of, which was I was like slightly toxic in the chat, it was just a general fuck you, alright? Nothing too bad. It was like, I'm pissed off, let me express my anger. There was a Hanzo that was just, I don't know what he was doing, he was just always killing me for some reason. His arrows seemed to just snap to me, where I was jumping all over the place. You know, you're a Winston, you like zoom, zip, zoom, 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 whatever. Looking at the kill cam, it was sort of like, oh, there's a Winston, zoop, and then instantly, you know, I'm dying. Or there was a point earlier where I was chasing down a Hanzo or trying to do damage. He was just backpedaling, like walking backwards, and I couldn't catch up to him as a Winston. It was frustrating, because especially when I'm playing against a Winston, they always seem to be able to catch up to me, like just walking. I'm not doing anything, I'm just walking, and then they're walking towards me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is Winston now, apparently I can't get away from him. So it's just the general, like, almost double standards. This Reaper pissed me off. He was just camping like a little bitch. So yeah, this game was frustrating. I mean, for the first half of it, I was just not a happy chappy at all. I was dying a lot. None of the team were pushing through the choke properly. I mean, I was in a party with two others, and they were genuinely trying, but nobody would swap up or get the comp to really push through that lineup, and it was frustrating. And even though this is only a quick play, it's yeah, it was annoying, and I quickly went on tilt and got frustrated. Even though we've been playing pretty good all night, I mean, we won most of our games, if not, you know, we're losing a very few of them. So when it come to this one where we just couldn't push through this bullshittery of a point, I just got incredibly frustrated, and then I decided, you know what, fuck this, we do not need a tank. I'll just go Tracer, because I can get through the point and just harass the shit out of them, really. It was the only option. I don't think we had a tank at all for the second half of the game. So I was still playing on tilt, and after pushing through that point and playing a bit of time as Tracer, I was doing better. It was more general anger than tilt, and just sort of sadness of playing like a bunch of, I don't know, potatoes. So yeah, my advice is for people that are playing on tilt is to just stop trying to play the objective. It's the only thing I can really advise, because either two things are going to happen. You're going to change to a hero that you enjoy and you think you can do work with, like Tracer. I enjoy playing a Tracer, and I think I can do work with Tracer. Hello, Hanzo. Boom. He's so hard to kill. There we go. And my aim is bad. Or you'll just lose quicker, which means your pain and suffering will be over sooner. That Roadhog is completely suspicious. If you watch the hook, I think it's this hook anyways, I blinked. No, it was a different hook. Okay. There was a Roadhog at some point in the game where I blinked, but he hooked me, and the hook just went straight to where I was blinking. Like, it wasn't even like center mass, it just went whoosh off to the side. I don't know if that's general TPS issues, which I have a lot of. I know people say, oh, there's not much difference between 20 TPS and 60 TPS. There fucking is, alright? So if there's one thing I know about this game, and what needs fixing, it's the TPS, which needs to go from 20 to 60. There's absolutely no fucking excuse for it to be 20. It's pathetic, and it needs to be 60. That's just standard. Like, this is a first-person shooter. You need those twitch reactions, and you need it to be fair. So change it to 60. And the hitboxes, which are also general bullshittery. You can kill people from around corners without them even peeking out. It's incredibly poor design, or I don't know what to call it. I'd say just a huge oversight of the developers to have hitboxes that large. I mean, I know you require it, jumping off the map, I know you require it with some of the more slender characters, but still, it's like, why? I mean, even Roadhog, like, if you stand him next to a wall, you can still shoot him from the other side of the wall. I just don't get it. So yeah, all these issues were flowing through my mind when I'm on tilt and when I'm genuinely frustrated. So I just switched to Tracer, and I just played for fun, really. Just had a bit of a ball, just spraying shit everywhere and not able to kill a fucking Mercy. It was frustrating. Like, why is that Mercy so indestructible? And there I go again, just jumping off the edge, because I'm a bit of a numpty. I can't play. This map is difficult for Tracer, especially with a one with no spatial awareness. So yeah, basics of playing on tilt: don't. Try not to. If you are getting to that point, just change your hero, leave the game afterwards or something, go get a drink. But I was genuinely, it was tough. It was tough to get through a couple of these games. And recently, before I changed mouse, which I'll talk about in another video, it was genuinely tough to get through some games. So that's the video for today. Hopefully I'll be back with some more later on in the week. I have some time off work, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.